holistic travel nurse. Thanks for listening or watching this on YouTube, wherever you're consuming my content. I just want to thank you so much for being a part of my journey. And I look forward to chatting with you. You can reach out to me at holistictravelnurse@gmail.com. I'm currently, as recording this, working on the website, so you can go check out more of my blogs, more of my videos, or my podcasts, and stay tuned. This episode is still all on conquering the scale, conquering your weight, and looking good in the right jeans. And I'm going to give you tips because I feel like we've been lied to. We have been lied to for so long. I've been lied to. I thought it was calories in and calories out. Even when I lost the weight with the lap band and I became a really great bulimic because I would eat something, it didn't work, it'd come up. I mean, it would just, I thought it was all just calories in, calories out. And there is some truth in that. We can lose weight with calories in and calories out. Yeah, that works and it has worked. But is it sustainable? It's not sustainable, but it's not really scientifical in what really causes your body to use the adipose tissue or the fat tissue in your body and then, you know, but now that I know, and I'm thank you, Dr. Fung, for sharing it, it makes sense to how our bodies work, and that there's so much chemical stuff going on to why we would gain weight and why we'd lose weight. So let's talk. I mean, if you want to make someone gain weight, guess what you do? There's like a couple hormones involved with it. That's it. They're hormones. So if you think about what causes weight gain, then we can think about what the truth is when it comes to losing weight. And so this episode, this whole thing is is all about my journey, is all about what I've learned because I think it's so impactful that if you're a book reader, you definitely need to go pick up the obesity code. If you're a diabetic, you need to read his diabetes code. I mean, it's such a good book. I would love if you happen to share this with Dr. Jason Fung and he decides to come on my podcast or my channel. I'd be honored because I've worked with actually a lot of nephrologists, but none of them have actually read his book. And none of them have talked about what he's done and showed the passion in doing the research and the studies and then putting it out there for us. And then really it makes sense. And he's changed so many people's lives. And so I just want to thank him. And you'll see links to purchasing that book if you like it to read. You can, I think it's even on Audible. You can find his diabetes code. But I think if you want to really have the success in the scale or something in your health, you need to do the research, and you need to know on how to take care of your body. You also need to know that it's possible for you, and not to feel down on yourself if you're not on the weight you want it to be or the health that you want it to be. Yeah, it is about what you're feeding your body. I know that I was listening to another book on weight loss, and she's having success in intermittent fasting, and that is something that we'll be talking about here. But she has a cheat day. She also doesn't keep her diet a certain way, and it works for her. But we're all different. That doesn't work for me. There are foods that my body interact with that cause me discomfort, um, irritability, swelling in my gut. I don't tolerate. I have a food intolerance to certain foods. And so if you tend to be that, if you don't even know that you have a food intolerance, you even know about healing your gut, that's where you want to start with your weight loss. You're going to check out other episodes about healing your gut. You want to pursue that. You want to work with maybe a health coach that can give you some guidelines, put you on a protocol. Then you want to reach out to me at holistictravelnurse@gmail.com. But I want you to know that you have the tools, and we can get you the tools, and you can see some success in your weight loss. You can see success in how you feel. You can be the ownership of your health. And I hope that you feel empowered as you listen to this or you watch this. And if you hear the panting and you're listening, this is because I don't know why, but my little Jazzy Moto knows that I'm like recording and wants to be a part of it. I don't understand it. Maybe that's because she's gotten chubby and I have to figure out weight loss for dogs. We found this little rescue, and when we found her, she was quite skinny, and we think she was skinny because we've actually rescued other dogs and found homes for them. I don't know how this happens. I just happened to see a stray dog, and I will pick up a dog, and I will try to get them off the road before they get hit. I cannot stop. So this little pup was letting nobody come near her, and I know I've gone totally off topic, and I'm sorry for listening to this about weight loss, but my little pup, oils saved her life. I swear it's because I had some calming oils that dogs do like on my hands that she would actually let me touch her, and then I've taken her home, and she's such a loving little mal. She was a smaller Maltese. Now she's a bigger, fluffier Maltese as we speak. So Dad and I do spoil them with treats, and they are enticed by their oils. I mean, as their nose, so they're sent to smell. So when it comes to getting you tips, each episode, each time I'm on here, I want to give you tips. One is your hormones, and one particular is your cortisol. So we know this if you've ever been, and I think of my daughter, I've only been on prednisone once, but you've had at a time where you've had to be on that medication and you've gained weight. And literally all you have to do is get on that medication and you're gaining weight. And so it makes you really think to your hormones and weight gain, right? So when it comes to balancing your hormones, there's a lot to do with your cortisol levels, and actually your mind and your stress, because your cortisol levels all being up, even just off prednisone. If you're living in that state where you're constantly so stressed, you're going to have a harder time on the scale. And so self-care is more than just healthcare. And so I want you to fall in love with taking care of yourself. I know if you're listening to this and you're going through some trauma in your life, you're not alone and you should seek help. I've been there, and I don't talk about a lot of my trauma. This is hard, and it was even hard to even like get myself out and get myself into groups and places where I needed to be to heal. And so sometimes you have to push yourself to get those places mentally to where you need to be. And your mind has so much power when it comes to the scale. So much of your mindset and to your body image. And if you don't love yourself, I mean, I don't tell self love where everybody is, but it's such a key. And I've learned it to myself that I don't like all of the way my body looks. I mean, I am over 30, I am in my 40s, and this gravity is just killing me, and I can't even go there. But I'm happy within my skin. Um, I have a bigger caboose if you don't know me. And I struggled with self-confidence about that and try to fit in the jeans. And this is all way before J-Lo, Kim Kardashian, all of them were out when I was growing up. I wish they were, because then maybe big butts, I understood my big butt would be a total in thing. But I was self-conscious about it. And now I'm not. I get that way when I think about if my hips are in a tight situation on a plane and they're touching somebody else's because they're not as skinny as I want them to be. But as far as the other times, you know, I'm 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 happy with where I'm at. For my health, though, I need to move the needle in the scale, and I need to know how to keep that fluctuation in the scale where I want it to be. And I need to understand that because I have understand it, and I have been able to um, really get off some medications, empower my health that I can take care of most things at home. I have not needed to see a physician in a long time, maybe a couple of years. I go for my yearly checkups, so people think I'm not nuts. Um, I actually am just going to go order all my labs myself because I can read them. I'm a nurse, and I can manage my health all naturally. I can do the things that I need to do at home, and I feel empowered. And I want other people to do the same and feel the same as I do, and to have the tools that I have at home that really move the needle in my health. So I want to give you that. I want to give you inspiration. I want to give you encouragement. And I hope you hear it on this podcast. I hope you hear it on my channel. I hope you hear that you're loved and cared for and that it's not your fault if you're not the right way you want to be. But you can make the changes, and I will give you the tools. I will give you the guidance. I'm not charging you anything. I'm just going to tell you everything that I'm learning and hoping that it's going to help you. And someday I will be brave enough to do a before and after of a picture, and I will post it. And you can follow me on my social media on Instagram, Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. You can check out my um, website. You can be a part of it. If you don't have oils in your life, that's where I really want to help make a difference, because that's what's really made a difference in mine. I mean, I don't even know what I'd do without, literally, look, it's right next to me, my deep blue. I think I have it like in every, I live in an RV and I travel full time. And I think I have it in every single room because I love my deep blue and I love my oils. And I want you to have the same experience, and I want you to feel empowered, ladies or men, that your health is in your hands and you take ownership to what's going on in your body. But then you understand what's going on in your body, that I will be able to have. I like having those one-on-one conversations. I like having those coaching calls, is where I help somebody understand something in their body, and I give them a protocol, and they see the difference and they feel the difference. So if you're there, it's time to reach out to me at holistictravelnurse@gmail.com. Sometimes it does take me a couple days to get back with you. And if I'm out of town or whatever, it could take me a week. But I do answer all my emails personally. They're not some automated system where I put people in. If you do, I have a 1 month. I just send out an email once a month where I'll give you updates to my what I'm posting on my YouTube, what I'm posting in my podcast, and some tips and tricks when it comes to your health that I'm learning that maybe might be helpful for you. And then people do send me a lot of private messages via Facebook or Messenger on Instagram or emails, and I do answer those, and I appreciate those. And if it comes to a point where I can't answer all of those personally, I will let you guys know. You might get it from my assistant. So I just want to thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing this. And thank you for being a part of this conversation, and that you are pursuing your health, and that you're pursuing being a better you and feeling better in your body. And I know it's possible for you. So keep pursuing.